All right, guys. So I got it all cleared up. So I just got to flip it and frame it and put it back down. And I'm not so sure I want the vintage station like I had it before, because I have lots of stereos and I really like music. And got the guitar stuff over here. I kind of want my stereo stuff. I had the music cranked up earlier on that old Radio Shack. I think it sounds really good until you turn it up. And I don't know. It's that one over there. It's an STA 90 from 1976. I don't know what, how much power it puts out, but I guess apparently not enough for me. So maybe I'll hook up this Techniques. This thing's like 120 watts a channel. They usually sound pretty good. I got a bunch of other ones, so maybe kind of work on like a stack of stereos or something, to where I can play around. So I'm gonna flip this. I'll be back in a little bit. All right, guys. So this wood is really, really crooked. What we're gonna do? We've screwed it down here as good as we can get. I have to have the end loose over here. This is 4 feet. You have 1.5 inches here and 1.5 inches here. That's 3 inches minus 24. So we had about 21 inches. And we're going to cut our pieces to 21. We're going to cut 5 of them. We've come in here. I've marked this. I'm not a serious carpenter, guys. Okay, so bear with me. I marked it at the... Where's the mark? At the 2 foot mark. And then I split it down the middle and made my mark. So which is actually like 23.25 inches. All right, so that'll put it on center. I come down to the 4 foot mark, which is 48. So I go 47.25, and I'll put us on center. And then 6, centered, and that'll be, I don't remember what it is, but something in a quarter. And then we have the last one there. And then I marked them. I don't know. Yeah, I marked them right up here. I can visually see. And I'm going to try and draw this thing together. I was going to put the one board all the way across the middle, but it's going to be basically crutches. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pieces. So we had to do the math and see, can I get 21-inch pieces out of this piece of crap? If not, I do have other wood. This stuff is freaking screwed. And this was not even... I remember the reason I set it down flat now, guys. I remember now. My memory is really bad, but I remember. Because it was so damn crooked, I thought if I put it under here flat, that it might flatten it out, but it never did. The other problem was the floor wasn't flat. So I just had to go cut 5 pieces. I get in here, and I can toenail them in. I can bring them in that way. I'm going to bring them in this way. I hate doing that because then you can see all the screws. But hey, whatever. It needs to be strong. Looks aren't as important as strength. Alright, so basically, I'm going to set this thing up over here. We're just going to cut it on the ground here. I don't want to put it on the chop saw because it's too long. So, I'm going to use my super old brushed, slow, rigid. Come in here. Get my mark lined up. And sometimes these hit this piece, so it's probably easier to hold it like that. I don't like this damn thing. And yes, I'm left-handed. So there's our first 21. We're not going to get all 5 out of this. If you do the math, it's pretty simple. 21 times 5 is 100 something, and you have 96 inches in a 8-foot piece. I'm probably gonna have to trim these down anyway, because it looks like maybe this sheet of wood wasn't cut completely accurate. It is what it is. try to kind of hold the wood up when I'm doing it so that it won't bind up. Now I can, if I wanted to, I can cut it on the chop saw, but I'm not going to. Cutting it. I have no idea where my carpenter's pencil is, so that's how I'm going to do it. Come on. I really should do this on the damn chop saw. That might be the end of that battery. God dang. So that one might be a little too long. We'll find out later. We'll mark our last one. Let's see what we have. And this one will definitely get the chop saw, which is right over here. All right. That's the way I prefer to do it. And the leftover piece. We have 2, 3. We got 4 of these. So what I might do is change my spacing, and or just go find another piece. All right. So I just dropped one of the pieces in. Fit pretty good. I gotta look and see if one of these is longer than the rest, just to get an idea. They all seem to be extremely close. So the ones I'm concerned about are the metal ones, and I think it's mostly because this one is in too far. So what we'll have to do is come on the other side here. We'll have to undo our screw that I can't even see. Okay. I can't see it, but I can feel it. So now we should be able to center up our piece. And then if we have to, I'll use like a mallet. I try not to use a regular wood hammer. Now these boards, they're a little short, so that the crookedness isn't as bad, but this one's pretty bad. You don't really want it in the middle. I want something with a little more integrity. Let's see how this one looks. This one actually fits in there loosely. This one's also pretty crooked. And I gotta be careful. I can feel my board slipping. So these are all like pretty funky. I don't like that one either. I don't think I would want to use any of these boards, but I paid for them. What was that? Okay. We have this one here. It looks pretty good. It can't be perfect, you know what I mean? It's just gonna have to be like that. We'll just, you know, if I want to hide the marks, I can come in at an angle here. which, you know, I don't know if I should or not. It's structurally not as strong. If I really want to make it strong, I'd also get the wood glue out too. You could hide the marks on the front if you fill them with wood. But normally, so what I would do with these, I'd screw them from the top and the bottom. Just like if you're framing, because it's going to give it more strength. So, and I always like to pre-drill my holes. So what I'm going to do with this one here, I'm just going to come in and I'm going to drill it. And I'm going to kind of try and stop when I think that I would be maybe right about there. I could totally feel it. Now I need the longer screws, like these. Sometimes I'll take the end of the bit, burrow it in there first. Kind of helps countersink it. When flush. See how it turned? Pissed me off. But the main point of this damn thing is going to be really to keep it spaced, because it's so frickin' compromised and crooked. So I'm going to get this one here. So, normally, I would use 2 screws, but I'm not making a wall, I'm making a table, so I'm not going to worry about it. Really don't like having my hand there. So the thing jumps and it stabs you in your hand, it's going right through. Yeah, you can see I'm gonna have to do a lot of flexing on a lot of this crap. So we basically are minus 1 piece, which is fine. So I got to get one over here. Where we at? And you can see this is out too far. So this is totally why I wanted to do this. So now mark right there. Crooked piece of wood. Okay. We're gonna have to release the screw on the other side because of how it's sitting. Well, we'll do that when we flip this damn thing. Keep grabbing the wrong one. Looking pretty good. Alright. See that one, and that one, and that one. And then I'm going to skip over to the end here, I think, and put my first one over here. I don't know, can you guys see that? Maybe not. Okay. Because I know I need to spread this one. I can see right now. So I start from over here, not on the end. And kind of gradually get it spread. This is actually up higher. And this board's very twisted. So, and this one's probably in a little bit. We might have to release the screw on the back. What I'll do is I'll come in like this. And I'll smack it with something. I don't know if I have a dead blow hammer in here or not. I don't even think I even have a hammer in here, to be honest. I've got a sledgehammer in here. Got an axe. But, so we're going to need to hit this and get it to come over, and then that'll push it. So, but let's make sure when you come back down here, and this can be released on the back. That'll help a little bit. Okay. I'm just blindly feeling. Trying not to drill the finger. See how that went. Okay, now we need to make sure this board, to me, seems to be a little on the long side. So I don't like this one. And this should have been used. Fits over here. Oh, I guess. I think maybe I'd like to shave a little bit off of it. But let me see. I gotta get another board cut. So give me a second, okay? Okay, so sometimes you just gotta make your own wood. So what we're gonna do, set this right there. We need a 2x4. I don't have one. I have this little piece of crap here, which is warped. I'm gonna try and choose this side. It's like right here. And we're gonna let it rip. I'm not going to worry about it. Okay, I'm going to come over here and get this cut down to 21. Alright. I'm going to cut this end off right here for sure. I think the whole thing should probably be cut first. Don't do anything with it. Start with a clean cut. Right here. Perfect. So that'll help us get rid of that knot that's on the end of it. Okay. This one could end up being a little crooked for multiple reasons. So actually, we should do come over here and get it from the natural side. Alright. This stuff is like Douglas fir or something. I'm not sure. It's really splintery, really gnarly stuff. So we've got our two pieces that are close enough. This one's a little bit longer. We're good to go. All right, we're back in the shed. I stepped over a bucket. Good wood. I'm going to put this piece here. There's a little bit of offset on that, so I'm going to put that right here. I'm going to set it in here. Ooh-wee, don't do that. Okay. There's the mark. Okay. That's pretty damn straight there, buddy. Okay. Let me make sure I have another one of these really long screws. A couple. I'm probably going to run out of these. These are all been reused every time I do something. Gotta be really careful, make sure this thing doesn't move. We're flapping around in the wind over here. You totally can feel when it goes all the way through. That's something I developed over time. This one looks crooked. Alright. I need to come in through the back and probably reattach my screw back here. Well, this piece of wood here is totally crooked. So actually what I want to do now, I want to do this one. Let's see here. That's not where I want it, but it'll have to do. So this piece is twisted. So when I come in from the bottom here, it should draw it up. Just to make sure. That we're as straight as possible with this damn thing. Did not pull it flat, so this is going to be, we just either have to live with it or keep messing with it. But the wood is so crooked, there's a triangle opening right here. I'm just going to bring that back in there. This one here needs to be drawn in. Okay. What do I got left? I hate using drywall deck screws, but that's probably what I'm going to have to use next. Oh, geez. Boy, this thing doesn't like me. It's got a big old gap in it. So we'll have to work on that one too. Sometimes what I'll do, I'll flip it down and I'll just really put pressure on it. I'll back the screw out and run it back in again. So as far as doing this damn thing in place, I guess that ain't gonna happen. Or I could just leave it like it is. It really doesn't freaking matter that much. Now, trying to get this end piece in here might be fun. Let me see. Okay, the only thing I have is a sledgehammer. Make sure that I'm not moving on the bottom. Boy, that thing's crooked. Not much we can do about it. This whole thing's just a damn mess. Alright. Wow. You see. Funky as hell. Holy moly. It's gonna want to lean. I have to put it like that for now. What I got here? And one more of these really long ones. Let's go ahead and run that in. I think I'm probably gonna have to pull this thing inside and work on it. Fortunately. That one good. Alright. So we got this board here looking good. I think if I flip it around, I might be able to flip it that way and get it. Let's see. This one here is just really bad. The board is probably, it's released on that side. Okay, so we're good on that. Let's see. We actually might just be able to, you know, raw dog it on there. Let's see. That one looks good. So this one here, I need to get underneath it. Pull that screw. This is already shoved way up in here. So the top part here is the issue on both of these. So these aren't drawing together because this is too far away. So the screws need to be released on that also. So this one actually, to me, looks pretty good. So let's go ahead and run this one back in. Okay, that one's fine. We can't afford to have a whole bunch of these loose because then the thing will get all wonky. So, over here, well, there isn't even one over there. It's off-centered. Let's see. It's not even in the right spot because I was just throwing it together earlier. Alright. Get that out of there. Now, this board here needs to come in. We'll come in here. Pull these. With those pulled, that board can come in. This one's where it needs to be. If we can't get it perfect, it ain't the end of the world, you know. But over here, this whole thing is fucking wrong because it's sitting proud of the lip. And the biggest problem, God damn, come on, is I actually broke a screw off. Jesus, does not want to come out. I'm not very good with my right hand. And I'm trying to be tactful. Finesse. Okay, so let me see here. Just fucking hang on. Okay. Undo that. Okay, that pulled it in quite a bit more. Alright. Much better. Alright. God, this thing is so fucking crooked. It's beyond fucking ridiculous. Man, it's gonna be fucking rough. Alright. I need some long screws. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to use deck screws with Torx bits, which I do not like using. And if I'm only using those, I'm okay. But I don't like mixing them. And I thought that I had a bunch of extra screws laying around. So, I guess we will have to switch. So, 2, 3, 4. I don't know, none of these screws I even have are like super long. Now I gotta find my bit. Torx bit, Torx bit. Where the freaking hell do you go? I used to have just another drill out here that had everything already on it. Fooey. Okay. There's a bunch of deck screws. Man, where in the hell? It's ridiculous. So I know I specifically had one set aside. Well, what I did find, I found another screw. Let's see if we can get this one to go in. pulled that thing right in. Love it. We got this corner over here still. Forgot about that. Torx bit. What the freaking hell? Pretty nuts. I don't know what to do with them all. But got some extra screws laying around that are just sitting there. We will reuse them. Okay, I think actually we only have 2 left anyways. So they get in here. I'm going to try and convince the wood to be in the right spot. Pretty good. Good enough. Okay, then we get this back corner over here. I don't know, can you see it? Right. But it's pretty twisted. I'm going to hit it at the low side. Hopefully. I'm going to maybe pull it in. And a lot of it is like I really actually need a clamp to pull this one off. This is really bad. Alright, well, let's see what we can do. It sucked it in, and then the wood is crooked this way, so it's kind of flush in the corner, but then sticking out that way. And if we had a clamp, we could pull it, but I'm not really going to worry about it. I just want the basic structural rigidity here so that this thing will be strong, safe, and easy to use. And also so I can remove it if I need to. Okay, so it wouldn't hurt to add extras, but well, kind of maybe by not putting 2 screws in them all, and maybe allow the wood to kind of flex on its own and return to a more natural position. I think this is, I'm not sure which side is the best side, but I think we're just gonna flip this thing up. Let me see what the camera looks like. Sorry guys. All you see is my big orange shirt. Okay. Alright. So or do we need screws? A couple that need to go down. I put like Amazon bags underneath here earlier, just kind of for the fuck of it. Not scratch up the cabinets, but you know, that didn't happen. They moved. Lifting it. Okay. All kinds of crooked, but once we put some weight on it, I think it will definitely change. So we got oh, I'm definitely feeling better today on the pneumonia. Still got the allergies, which aren't helping. Anyway, so this should be plenty strong. I don't know why I didn't do it like this originally. Well, actually, I do know why, because of exactly what you guys just saw. The wood is so crooked, it's hard to frame with it. Well, I thought if I put it flat underneath it, it might actually eventually be better. So let's see. I just have a few more screws to run into this thing. And like a couple spots. They're not like super critical. I wanted all the screws to be in the right places, so I did remove some. They want them every 2 feet. Just keep things consistent. Okay. We got one over here that's actually broke off. I don't know if we have a solution to that. Okay. One in the corner over here. Okay. So 2 feet, 2 feet, 2 feet, 2 feet. Is there one there? Yep, no, it's way in there. So I don't know if these cabinets, what the distance on them is. If you look. Let me see. So that cabinet's all the way up against the wall. We're like almost off the back of it. So it needs to be basically a certain distance to stay on the 2x4, and because otherwise it will dip into that corner. Let me see what we got here. We're just a little bit further on this one, so it should be pretty even now. And it's actually pretty good. I don't really see it teeter-tottering too much. A little bit. And I think as soon as I put weight on it, that'll all disappear. So now you just load the damn thing back up with stuff. So there you go. 43 minutes of bad carpentry. Catch you guys later.